Shannon lives under a rock and didn't know that Johnny Depp won the defamation case.
I did know.
You
I was
did.
saying to you earlier, I was like, I can't believe that just happened.
Okay, so you didn't learn from the outline?
No.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that. Okay. So, yeah, spoiler alert. He won. Did we see that coming? Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I think so. I mean, I don't know. These days, you never know.
No, that's true. You never know. But he was awarded $15 million because Amber was found liable for actually defaming him in that, Washington Post publication thing that we spoke about. And then what I was confused about was that she was awarded $2 million. So I had to Google that because I was like, why is this bitch getting money? And I guess, now tell me what you do if you were Johnny Depp.
Okay.
So he was found liable for a statement his attorney made to the Daily Mail calling her claims a hoax. So your attorney cost you $2 million. Would you pay your attorney or would you be like, nah, there's your fee? My $2 million that you cost me.
That's a really good question.
Right? I mean, legally he probably can't do that.
I guess it depends on whether Johnny Depp wanted him to say that, which I don't know why he would, but I don't know. That seems like kind of a shitty move. Usually an attorney wouldn't do something that could make them liable on behalf of their clients. So part of me is was Johnny Depp behind that, or did the lawyer just mess up? Which I feel like that's weird. In my mind, it's weird for a lawyer to be interviewed and to say something that could cost their client money, because lawyers are supposed to be unemotional and detached and just focus on the facts and stuff. So to mess up like that is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that kind of, I didn't have any red flags raised when I read it initially, but now that I'm thinking about it, that's definitely interesting. Conspiracy theory, maybe?
Interesting.
It was planned.
I also have no idea how it all works. I thought about going to law school when I was a sophomore in college. So sometimes I feel like I'm basically a lawyer because I was thinking about it and considering it.
Right. You took the baby bar like Kim.
Yeah, I took the baby bar. I like for an entire episode of that show, she said the word bar 50,000 times.
I know. Wasn't even the real bar.
Honestly, is it hard to win a lawsuit like that? Is what I'm wondering. A defamation lawsuit. Is it hard to win one? Because
you have to have proof that one, they actually did something, and two, that it actually affected you.
Yeah, that her actions alone. Because obviously, let's say, because isn't this the same thing that what's her face tried to do, Black China tried to do?
Yeah.
So
she lost.
Let's say that the Kardashians did say something to Blac Chyna and it led to her losing something, but then a bunch of other people said shit too. It'd be hard for her to pinpoint them.
Right.
And I feel the thing with defamation is it's so hard because you have to literally prove that that person was the reason why X, Y, and Z happened. Yeah. So I feel that's kind of crazy actually that he won, unless I'm missing something.
Don't cancel me for saying this because I honestly did not follow the trial at all. The only things that I know about it are the recaps from TikTok, which obviously don't cover the probably hours and hours and hours of this trial, but a part of me wonders if she actually deserved to win but couldn't win legally because there wasn't enough evidence to back up her claim.
Yeah, I think
I'm just curious.
We always say on the show, we will never, there's two sides to every story, then there's the truth, and we'll never know what actually happened behind closed doors. I think it's just crazy because people, regardless of the trial itself and what you believe about her or him or whatever, I think it's crazy how our society is so fast to jump to finding a bad guy and a good guy. Yeah. We love to polarize. We love to be this person's right, this person's wrong. People don't like to live in a world where there could be two wrongs. People get uncomfortable by the thought of okay, well, maybe Amber was, a crazy bitch, but maybe Johnny Depp was an alcoholic and he had some issues. People don't like living in that world. They want to feel no, one person was innocent and the hero and in the right, and the other person was the villain. And I feel we love having good and bad guys. I find it so interesting because we do it with everything. And then let's say a bit of evidence were to come out next week that maybe allegedly maybe that he did abuse her or something happened. I feel people would be so fast to be oh my god, poor Amber, it's so crazy what happened, she overcame it all. They'd be so fast to completely swap the narrative around because we just want to have these two polar opposites.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, that's a very valid point.
because I think there is an element of like, I do think she seems a little crazy. So I mean, that's my personal opinion. However, part of me is like, could two truths exist where like maybe she did believe some of this stuff, and I don't, whether that's right or wrong, and maybe he believes what he was saying too. Like I don't know. I just feel like relationships are so complicated. It's just like when you and your boyfriend break up and you talk shit about him and he's probably talking shit about you, and like
no one knows who's the crazy one.
And his friends would think like the girl is horrible, but like meanwhile her friends think he's the one that's like
exactly
horrible.
Well, we asked you guys for your opinion. Do you have the poll results?
Oh, I do. Let me pull it up
because I know you guys want to hear everyone's opinion, not just ours.
Okay. The opinion on like should she have won or sucks to suck?
Both. Sure, both polls. So we asked you guys, so he was, okay, backpedal also. He sued for $50 million. Yeah. She countersued for $100 million. I'm curious how 15. They went from 50 and 100 to 15 and 2 million.
I have no idea.
But
like, that's just, that math don't add up.
It don't add up. I'm no mathematician, but it don't add up. But so I wanted to know if people thought 15 million was a good number.
Yeah.
Like, does Johnny Depp deserve more money, less money? Was that a fair amount? Does he deserve nothing? What do people say?
So no one's like so 7% of people said that it was too much money, 15 million. 7%, which isn't very high. 43% said it was not enough. 43% said that it was a fair amount, and then 8% said that he deserves nothing. So it sounds like obviously people are, for the most part, agreeing that he, deserved something.
Yeah.
And not that it was too much. Like, people don't think that it was too much, but it seems like it was like a complete split between not enough and a fair amount. So I feel like some people were like, you know what? I'd be happy with $15 million. Okay. And then the other 43% were like, no, like that's not enough because of the fact that he did sue for $100 million.
But then he has to give Amber $2 million. And then how much do you have to pay your lawyers?
Yeah.
Like,
right. And then it's like, okay, well, think about how much money he makes off of a movie. So like,
but this was only that was probably the quickest couple $1 million he made, because this was like a less than 2-month trial.
Yeah, it was fast, right?
It was like 6 or 7 weeks.
I didn't feel like it was that. Like, I thought it was gonna drag out for longer.
Me too.
I was confused. I feel like I know nothing. And then the other poll that we posted, because Amber Heard posted this like long emotional thing about like how this is a step back for women, which I might get canceled for saying this, so I probably shouldn't say it. But I allegedly feel that I don't like when women make these like blanket statements and then try to be like, oh, this is for all women. I'm like, bitch, don't loop me in. Like, what did I don't know. Like, and I get what she's trying to get at. She's like, it sets back the clock to a time where like a woman cannot like speak up without being shamed and humiliated.
Like, that's not why you countersued him. No, for women.
No, it's not. And she also did a lot of like messed up stuff during the trial that led to all the attention she got. And I do understand, like, I do have some level of sympathy for the fact that like, I do think when people jump on the train of like finding the villain and the, the good guy, I think people jump down the villain's throat and they tear them apart. And I don't think that's right by any means. I don't think you should do that to any human. However, as much as I don't think it's right the way that she was treated and the way that she was shamed and humiliated, I don't like the fact that she's like, oh, it sets back the clock for all women. I'm like, what do you, like, no, like, let's not say that. I'm tired of people like picking like something that happened to them and like trying to make it seem like this affects everyone. And like, maybe it doesn't. Maybe people just thought that you were in the wrong.
Right.
Anyways, we put up a poll. 5% of people said that she should have won, and 95% of people said sucks to suck. So yeah. We only got 6 votes for she should have won. So, I mean, which I feel like when you look at the numbers of the trial and, all the campaigns and everything, that's pretty accurate with like what we've been seeing out there as well.
Yeah.
It was very heavily favored towards him.